I'm Recoded Zaphod, and welcome to episode 13 on the Centricraft server. So today, you might remember last time I did the cat shop, and I said I was going to get started on the entrance here in this episode. So that's my plan, is to start building an entrance here, get it decorated, cure up these zombie villagers so I can trade iron to them, or anyone else can trade iron to them. And then have them sort of, somewhere around here, and then have these in a nice sort of place to come and collect iron blocks from, all the poppies as well. So yeah, generally it's sort of tidying up this area, giving it an entrance. And one of the things I think I want to do for this is I think I want to give it a piston door, which I think I want the main part of the door to be made out of iron blocks, given it's an iron factory, and they sort of look like shuttered doors, sort of iron blocks. They look quite industrial. So yeah, I think that's a plan for that. I think I want polished andesite blocks in the floor. And yeah, so I think first things first is I'm going to pop into a creative world and get started designing a piston door which fits to this sort of size and shape. And here we go then. So this is the design for what I want the door to look like when it's shut. It's mostly, I wanted some depth in there, so it wasn't just a flat load of iron, because, I mean, I can put that in and you can see what it's like. It feels a bit dull, like it's a fake door or something like that. So just pushing this back a block or two gives it a bit of depth, and it actually looks like a door you can do something with. And yeah, I've managed to work out how to get it to do this. I've also had to sort of decorate the inside a little bit, and some of it's like here, there's only so much I can block up because these slime blocks get caught on things, and here I've put an iron door just to sort of block this way because I've got the same issue with slime blocks there. I think what I might do with this door is do a redstone episode on how this door works, because if you want to understand the door, then that probably needs an episode in itself. And if you don't want to understand the door and just want to see me doing, putting it into use in the server, then yeah, there's no point me going through how it all works. But yeah, basically I've got button on either side, press once to close, press again, it'll open. Do the same from the outside, and yeah, it ends up looking like this. So now I guess I've got to go back into the CentriCraft server and put all of this in place. Alright, so I've got the door in and it's working now, so all the redstone's in place, and I've neatened up the end with the iron, and as you can see, the middle goes out, but I'm missing a bit here because this needs to be on this side it needs to be objects which are immovable, and in my initial template I used terracotta, which I don't have any of. So actually I could just use some obsidian because I think I do have some of that. Aha. Okay, so that might make this a bit simpler if I'm using obsidian instead of a terracotta in here. Because I was going to have to go to a mesa and mine some. And then I think I want to put an iron door in here. And then the rest of this is just sort of slightly unsymmetrical, which I think is okay because it's a factory rather than, an art piece. So I think it's okay. It's sort of more mechanical and sort of uneven. I don't know if there's any way to make it look slightly more even, so I couldn't decide whether having these in helped or not. I think certainly when it's open, it looks better without those. And when it's closed, yeah, got this. So I can remove these bits. But yeah, as you can see, you can then see the slime behind it. So that would make it more sort of visual that you could see into the mechanism. but then this looks really open on the sides, which I'm not particularly keen on. Yeah, I'm gonna try a few different things and see if I can get it so it looks a bit neater, both when it's closed like this from the inside and when it's open. Because yeah, people are going to walk through. I think when it's open, it needs to look reasonably neat. I think here I could probably put in an iron door here because I don't think I get stuck to the slime blocks. Yeah, I think having that gap there makes it way too open. But I'm happy with how it looks from the outside when it's shut, and I'm happy with how it opens. I think it's quite cool having it open sort of at a diagonal angle. I think that works quite well, but it does mean I end up with this situation in here. So yeah, I'll try a few things and come back when I have a solution. This is what I've decided to go for. I've switched off the shaders because, again, I want to make sure it looks decent in normal views. Right, so it opens like that. And yeah, I've gone with a door on this side and a door on this side. And I basically just put obsidian in a sort of random pattern. And that way it sort of looks like it's designed to look like that rather than just having specific bits where it absolutely needs there to be bits. It sort of, yeah, it gives it a sort of aesthetic of black and white texture. And then when I close it, it looks like this. So you can see the slime blocks, which I think is okay, actually. Yeah, I think that works. And then at the top, again, with a random obsidian. That needs to be obsidian so it doesn't stick to the slime blocks. But yeah, I think that looks alright from the inside. It looks, you know, industrialized, which is kind of what I'm going for. And yeah, that makes sense there. So now I've got a door which can definitely keep villagers safe on the ground. I think I might as well cure all of these and give them jobs where they can buy iron for emeralds. So I need to get some weakness potions and some golden apples. So let's see. I reckon I should be able to hit more than one with each of these. So if I go in here, now make sure I've eaten so I don't accidentally use up one of the golden apples. Oh, have I got him as well? I'm guessing I can't use that. Wait. Oh, no, okay. That one wasn't ready for it, so let's use a different one. I'm not sure I can get both of these, so I have to do that. They're all shivering. Okay, that means they're curing. And then one more. Okay. So now I just need to wait, and they should all be cured. Alright, so now I'm going to give all of these jobs. Oh, that is not what I meant to do at all. Oh. They just picked up a composter. Okay. Nope. Nope. Well, that's going to be irritating. You know what? No, I'm gonna make sure I've broken both of those. You. Yeah. Well, what are you doing? Okay. I need to do some wrangling of the villagers, and yeah, I'll be back once I've given them all jobs and got them contained somewhere. And they now all have jobs, and these three all ended up with an iron trade. So you can see there, the toolsmith and the weaponsmith are both guaranteed to get it as in their second tier trades, but the armorers aren't. This one did, but these two did not get it in their tier 2 trades. So yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. I think I might transport them elsewhere, so I can level them up still and buy diamond armor off of them. But I think I want to just take them over to the trading hall. But I would quite like to have 5 cured zombie villagers in here. So I think I might try and transport a couple of the zombie villagers that I've got in this cave over here, because I've got quite a few over here. So if I transport a couple of these over and get them to become armorers as well, then yeah, I think that'd work quite well. Oh, actually, it might be easier if I cure them over here, give them their professions, see if they become, well, see if they unlock iron in their tier 2 trades, and then transport them. Because that way I don't have to worry about them catching fire to the sun and stuff. Because, yeah, and also trying to travel by boat with them, and they're constantly hitting you. Yeah, it's difficult. So I think I'm going to open up a little bit of a cave over there where I can cure a couple and give them armor professions and see if they get iron as their second set of trades. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I cured up some of the zombie villagers, and yeah, I actually had to cure up more than I intended because one of them ended up accidentally getting burnt up in the sun, and then some didn't unlock iron as their tier 2 trades, and yeah, it was a bit of a nuisance. So I think I did put the cured villagers here, but they seem to have disappeared. So I don't know if zombies got them. Although then the boat should still be there. Huh. I don't know. And I completely failed to take off. That's always fun. If I head back over to the iron factory, and here we go, coming on in. I've started doing the floor in here as well. So I've started doing it with andesite. I decided all this outside bit, I could actually get rid of all the torches and just put in bottom half slabs. So it's still not spawnable, but it doesn't have the sort of weirdly lit up everywhere issue. And then I can sort of block it off with this, which I think looks quite good, quite industrial. And then I can add in my section over here for my villagers. So you see, I've got 5 here now. So all of these have the iron trades. So a couple were from over there, but I transported across. And the couple over here, which didn't have the iron trades, I took away. So yeah, and because I cured them all, they all have 1 iron for 1 emerald trade. So now I just need to give them a pretty area to sort of live in or work in, I guess. And I think the design is something I've been working on in a creative world. And here we go. So I tried out a few things. I wanted to keep to the sort of iron theme because it is an iron factory and it's got an iron farm in it. And I'm using them to trade iron for emeralds. So I discovered with this, because this isn't a full block, if you want to do anything, you kind of actually want to trap this guy in with a trapdoor to make it a block. And then you can do things with these, but I decided over here it actually looks better to use full blocks. And then behind them, if I have little doors, it looks like they can head back out and come back in. So it gives the appearance of them, you know, coming in, doing their work, and then being able to leave at the end of the day, rather than looking like they're trapped in cells. And which is also why I've got this sort of like little corridor around the back here. I haven't continued this all the way, but it's my general idea. I'm not sure what color I want for behind this. There are some places where I need to power the blocks, like this one. So you can see I've got this block powered to power up this. And I quite like how the trapdoors and the doors look together. And again, with the roof, I quite like that because I need something above their heads. And yeah, this works quite well, particularly with having the sort of the iron fences around everywhere. It looks like the whole thing is sort of semi-open because you've still got the gaps. But yeah, I was thinking possibly sandstone because that's already in my color palette, or I could actually get some more bricks and do it out of that. Of course, like the floor here I did out of stone, and I've decided to go with andesite instead. But yeah, so that's my idea. So now I need to implement this design on the CentriCraft server. And then I can, touch it up and see what looks best over there. And I have now put that in. I decided to convert it to a sort of corner system. So this guy here can walk around a little bit, but I figured this would look nicer than having the sort of loop, because then it looks like the corridors end sort of forwards, or either both this way or that way. So yeah, I thought this looked a bit nicer. It looks a bit like we've got a corridor back there, and there's this back here, and then the rest of here is fully slabbed, so it can be dark and still not spawn anything. Oh yeah, you might notice I've got a texture pack on, a resource pack. This is one that I made, which it shows whether blocks are spawnable or not. So all the green ones would be spawnable if they weren't half slabs. But you can see all this area in here, it's all lit up. But I'm not particularly keen on the torches, to be honest. So I think I'm going to try and get some glowstone, which is definitely my preferred lighting block. Also, I quite like having something in this corner. I'm not sure I want it necessarily to be this, although having, an ender chest and a crafting table lying around is actually quite useful. So I might keep those. I might convert this to something else, but then again, it's also iron. So yeah, I might try and put something in that corner. Yeah, the crafting table doesn't seem to fit particularly well, so I might have to swap it out for something. But yeah, I've got most of this done, and if I patch this back up, yeah, you can see how it looks now, which I think is good. And yeah, you can reach the villagers. You can reach almost all of them from one spot. You have to move slightly to be able to reach the far corner ones. So I can't quite reach this one and that one at the same time. But it's a little bit of movement, but it'll be fast enough that, yeah, if I'm trying to trade iron to them for emeralds, I'll be able to just click through them and move across slightly. So yeah, and again, with the torches, I'm not that keen on them particularly. I don't think they quite work. I don't know whether in here sea lanterns would actually look better, but that involves going to an ocean monument, and I haven't been to one at all, and I don't think anyone on the server has made a farm at one yet. So yeah, I think glowstone is something is easier to get, because I could go to the nether, try and mine some up, or I could start on a witch farm, which is on my list of projects anyway. So I think that might be my next move. But until I actually have the glowstone, I think I'm going to keep it like this. And this is what it looks like without that pack on. And everything around the windows has gone slightly red. And I think that's because it's sunset outside. And yeah, my other lighting pack, which I'm still working on a bit, because I want to actually fully customize the sky. But yeah, it's this pack, and I might be sunrise. Yeah, it's sunrise. So it's slightly red, and then it fades through a sort of yellow into the normal skylight. But yeah, so if we take a look at it with normal lighting, you have the doors opening. I'm still not sure whether it needs a little sort of roof on it. I quite like it being open. You can see what's going on, even though it doesn't look sort of decorated. Particularly as it's sort of dark around there, so you can see bits and pieces, and you can see things falling and light through windows. So I think I'm reasonably happy with that. But yeah, I don't like all the torches being sort of have to spam around the place. But yeah, I'm quite happy with this, and I'm going to get rid of that guy, or maybe just fly away so he despawns. But yeah, that's this little villager corner trading setup finished. I think that's going to be all for this episode, because I don't think I can do any more on this until I've got some glowstone. So yeah, if you have any feedback on stuff I've done, things that you have ideas of how to make them look better, or things you particularly liked, I'd love to hear from you down in the comments. I've been Recoded Zaphod, and thanks for watching.